Today, I want to talk about bitcoins. I have been repeatedly warning people who watch my channels that Bitcoin is not a good investment, and I still maintain it's not a good investment. But today, I want to examine why Bitcoin has been successful and why Bitcoins are big hit and why is everybody talking about it and why is there a mania in it. Why do I warn against Bitcoin when it has gone up 4 times this year? The previous high of Bitcoin was $20,000. Bitcoin today is $40,000 today. And I have been ridiculed many times at many places by saying Bitcoin is the future. People who invested in Bitcoins have got a more than 50% returns in recent times. Gold has gone up only by 27% in 2020, and whereas comparatively Bitcoin has gone up much more. Therefore, why do I, who support in people investing in gold, warn you consistently about investing in Bitcoins? Let's examine that in great detail later. But before you do that, first hit the like button of my video, turn on the bell notification, because if you turn on the bell notification, you will not receive every video we send out to you. And finally, press the subscribe button if you have not done so already. If you already have pressed to subscribe to my channel, please ask your friends and relatives to do the same. Welcome back to Be Rich. So, if Bitcoin is a great success and global institutions are now starting funds for that, and there is more acceptance to it, and good Bitcoins has gone up more than 4 times this year, why do I warn you against Bitcoin? Like I mentioned, in 3 years, the returns that big investment in Bitcoins have given, none other asset class can match it. Gold has been beaten squarely by Bitcoin. Gold has outperformed all other asset classes in 2 years, but Bitcoin seems to have just beaten gold by a canter. Therefore, what is the secret behind this? Also, a reasonable amount of retail investors in India seem to have gone in behind Bitcoin, and people who have never gone abroad are talking of wallets and whether Bitcoin is successful, so how much they are holding in which currency in Bitcoin. So, people who normally talk of investment in equities, debt, and gold are today talking about investments in Bitcoin. I find this very amusing. Also, what I am saying is PayPal and other digital wallets allow investors to store Bitcoins. First, let me tell you that the strategy behind Bitcoins is, is nothing but creating artificial shortages. The brilliance of Bitcoin is the technology behind it, which is called blockchain. I'm all for blockchain technology, going to revolutionize the way we do finance and is going to change a lot of things. But I don't believe that it is good enough to create a currency. The supply of bitcoins is today restricted to only 21 million bitcoins. So there are only 21 million bitcoins, of which 18 million bitcoins have already been mined. So it's going to be more and more difficult and requires greater software skill to mine the balance 3 million tons. So when there is something, there's an artificial shortage of something, and there is plenty of supply of the rupees or pound sterlings or dollars or yen, it is very obvious that the goods in short supply will continue to increase. And that is what is happening to Bitcoin. The balance sheet of the US Federal Reserve has jumped from $4 trillion at the beginning of the year to $7 trillion this year. That is, all the currency in circulation in the beginning of the year was 4 trillion. The US Fed has printed $3 trillion in 1 year, and which is 75%. This is the reason this excess money, this is excess liquidity, instead of just flowing into the American economy, has flowed across the world. Because what America does is export dollars and import goods. As long as the world accepts these US dollars as valuable currency and they believe in that, then there is no problem. And that is what is happening. And dollar is against major currencies except Indian rupee is declining. So there is excess supply of dollar and limited supply of Bitcoin, and therefore Bitcoin is rallying. In last year, Reserve Bank of India banned cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. In March 2020 this year, the Indian Supreme Court quashed an RBI order ban on trading on Bitcoin and related payments. And what it did is it set a stage for revival of cryptocurrency investments in India. And India's largest cryptocurrency exchange is supposed to have an user base of more than 5 million people. But you have to understand that Bitcoin has no underlying asset. Bitcoin does not produce any cash and therefore, in my opinion, is worthless. But when I say Bitcoin is worthless, why do I say gold is worth? Even gold has the same attributes as Bitcoin. It is available in limited quantities, therefore, and cannot be made out of thin air, and therefore, even that is increasing value. So, if I support Bitgold, why don't I support Bitcoin? For me, the reason is very simple. Gold is universally accepted as a currency. So if I want to take a loan and I have run out of money, I have to deposit my gold to a banker and ask him money in return at a concessional rate. The banker will ask for my identity proofs and will not ask for my income proof. Take the gold and give me a loan on a clean mortgage, so up to 75 to 80% on the current value of gold. Bitcoin has no such use. Bitcoin cannot be used to borrow money in India. There are a lot of people whom I have come across in India who have invested in bitcoins, and when they wanted to cash out, they could not cash out. Bitcoin is the most popular of the cryptocurrencies. There are many such cryptocurrencies which are illiquid, in which lot of retail Indian investors have got sucked into and their money is stuck. The biggest threat of Bitcoin is when regulators wake up. If regulators wake up and ban the use of Bitcoin, sale of Bitcoin will move to the dark web, thus endangering the millions of dollars invested by small retail investors. As long as there is regulatory overhang, one should not invest in Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Berich. மணி பேஜுக்கு தனியாக ஒரு ஃபேஸ்புக் பேஜ் போட்டிருக்கோம். இதுலேயும் நாங்கள் கண்டென்ட் ஷேர் பண்ணுறோம். இதில் கண்டென்ட்டை ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறவங்க உங்களுக்கு ரெகுலராக நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் ஒன்றா மணி பேஜுங்கிற ஃபேஸ்புக் பேஜுக்கு லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். அப்போ தான் ரெகுலராக உங்களுக்கு நோட்டிஃபிகேஷன் வரும். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.